Hey friends, today I'm going to be creating my first ATC card for 2024. So I talked about this already on my channel, but I'm going to be participating in the 52 pieces of art that's hosted by Dee. She's hosting this over on her Facebook group, Dee's Crafty Swaps. So I've come up with a couple of ideas to help me get started and thinking about what I wanted to create. So with this being the first week of January, I thought how cool would it be to make a memory dex for the new year. So that is what we're going to do today. And I've already gathered my supplies here. I'm just using one of these little trays from Dollar Tree to corral all my items. I do have these thickers here that are upside down in the package, these gold ones for the numbers. I'm thinking these will work and they won't be too big. I also pulled this Heidi Swap chipboard that I need to use up. I like this big planned sticker here and this label. So I might use one of these on there. I just wanted that close by. Then I have pulled out my little drawer with all of my stars, some gold glittered ribbon, some of this fun, it's called mesh ribbon from Dollar Tree, some gold ribbon. My inspiration were these Heidi Swap chipboard clocks that I thought were perfect for New Year's, and I think they picked these up at like a thrift store for 99 cents. And there's 6 of them. They are adhesive, but they've been in my stash for a while. So I would assume they probably wouldn't be as adhesive. And then I also have a couple of scraps. I'm thinking like gold and black. And then I have my base cut out of this really fun textured gold paper. And this is a paper pad from Joann's from DCWV. Both this and this sparkly here is from that. So your standard ATC card measures 2.5 by 3.5. So if you want to cut that out really quick so you can craft along with me, that'd be great. So 2.5 by 3.5. And I'm going to grab this in this, and then we're going to kind of corral our other things in our little Dollar Tree bin here and set them off to the side. I've got my glue gun on, and I've got scissors and things beside me as well. So let's go ahead and get started. So I did cut out 2 because I was thinking we are allowed to swap these so we can put them up for trade, but I would like to kind of keep mine, but I might go ahead and make 2. So I have an extra base in case I want to make another one. We're just going to make one together today. So we have this, and I'd really like to add maybe a little bit of black in here, because when I think about like New Year's celebrations, I think about like golds and holographics and like disco balls and black, and so that's just me. So I think I want to add a little bit of this maybe in here. Let's do, see, I want a nicer point. I'm thinking about maybe adding some in the corners. So we're going to do that, and maybe that. So I think I'm going to do that. So I'm going to grab just my regular AdTac adhesive for this. All right, so let's add this down here. Hopefully I can get that on there straight and I don't have to do any kind of trimming, but we can always trim. I see we might have to do a little trimming. All right, so now we have that face down. Then I think I'd like to add some texture at the bottom. So I don't know if I want to use some of this or some of that gold. Let's go ahead. I really would like some cheesecloth, but I am out of that. I think that would add a nice texture, but we can always build off of this as well. So we could add some of this down and then add the gold on top. Why not? Let's do it. So I'm just going to use my, adhesive for this because we're going to be covering it up. Got a scrap paper here and just kind of add some adhesive along this so that I can lay this down. There we go. So we have a little bit of that. I definitely want to add some of this gold and I want to add it directly on. Let's get one of my clocks because I want to add the texture underneath of the clocks. And I'm thinking I don't want to use one of the pink ones. I don't think. So here are the different ones. I'm kind of aiming for maybe the brown one. And then you have this really large one. Maybe these two. Or we could add pink. I mean, there's nothing against adding pink. It's not really the kind of vibe I was going for, but maybe these two here. This has a little bit of pink on it. I kind of wanted to layer them. I don't have like any of the arms for them, but I could make arms, but I'm okay. All right, let's go with maybe those two for now. I'm going to add these back in here to use at a later time. All right, so yeah, I think I'm going to add this on top here. I'm just going to go back in with that adhesive and kind of add that across there. And that gives some layers of texture. And let's see, do I want to add in maybe a star? I could just add one of these in, but I kind of like the idea of like layering these. And I have some of these smaller ones. These are like foam. Right now, I do not like the foam. I think I like this here because I'm going for that gold and black, but I kind of want to add some of this paper as well. Because it kind of reminds me of a disco ball. Should we add it all the way across? Maybe we should add it all the way across. All right, let's add this as well. I'm going to add that all the way across. I'm just kind of layering this, and I've got some scraps. And then I definitely want to pop one of these up. So I notice they're a little like bent. So going to add this down flat. I'm going to go ahead, because I have so much underneath, I'm going to go ahead and use a little bit of my hot glue here and add our star. And And then I wanted to add 2024 on here. I was thinking maybe a banner. Oh, that would have been a good idea to use this paper, is to make a banner with. Let's do a little trimming here. We could also add this gold piece back in. Let's do a little trimming at the top. I don't want to trim the star, so I'm just going to trim this around the star. And I'm going to leave a little bit of this hanging off the edges as well. Nice glitter on my desk. All right. So if I want to add a banner, do I need both of these? Because I kind of wanted to add 2024 in like a banner style. But I'm kind of liking that. And then I could grab this. I've got this big plant, which I kind of feel like, is it going to, yeah, it's a little too big. And then I have this, which I don't like the color of. I would like, if I'm not going to do the thickers, I would kind of like a banner maybe. Yeah, I wish this wasn't so big. If I only did one clock piece, and then I could do this, or I could do the clock up here, and then the 2024 on my little piece of stripped paper. I really wanted to do this with you guys so you could kind of hear my thought process. Like, when you do these things beforehand, you don't really get that thought process of like what's going on in my head. So I thought this would be a good way of doing that. Oh yes, I think I could put the 2024 here. Just use one of these and maybe I could bring in one of the small ones. I wish it wasn't pink, but I could also bring something else in. So yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and grab 20. I'm going to add a little bit extra adhesive on these because I've had these stickers for a while. 2024. And I got to use some of my thickers, which is awesome. Excuse me. All right. Let's set this aside. I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of, just a little bit of hot glue around this. And then I'm going to add I'm not going to worry about adding these down any perfect way. I'm just going to start adding them down. And then I'm going to go ahead and add my 4. And then that way I kind of have my middle area. Let's see. Put that adhesive right up here. I hope everyone had an awesome holiday and have exciting things that are going to be happening for the new year. I'm really excited about all the fun things I have planned in store for Anchored in Crafts and adventures that me and my son will be going on this year. So it's always, the new year always seems so bright and hopeful and positive, and I'm really trying to keep that positive vibe with me. All right, should we use some of this? again, I kind of like my star. So I'm thinking we'll put the clock and then maybe some sentiment. But I think I want to pop my clock up. I'm going to leave that. And then we're going to add they are not really wanting to stick to that. So you know what? I'm going to add a little extra security there. And I might have to peel this because it's like a plastic backing, but they seem to be on pretty well. Add our little clock face down here with our star. And I really like how this is coming along. All right, so let's think. What else could we add on here that would work for New Year's? We could do some gems instead of stars. We could also try to find a quote. Let me grab my Tim Holtz book here. And let's see if we find anything. Start doing things you love. So the adventure begins. Today is full of possibilities. That's kind of how the new year feels. Adventure awaits you. Oh, I kind of like that. Adventure awaits you. Let's see. All right, we could use that. And I'm going to use my scraps here. I'm going to use a piece of that. And I'm going to back this on my cardstock and then cut it out so that I am making this a little sturdier. And I can use some of my little foam tape and pop this up and give it some dimension. That's a good thing to do with your stickers. And then we can also make this not be a long word. Grab this little small piece that I have, and then I think I'm going to cut this like so. And we just need 2 small strips. And the cool thing with the Hobby Lobby trim is that we could also use that if you had a long enough word. Now, I don't think this is long enough, but you can use that to wrap around your word. Kind of like so. And give your word some texture. Now, I don't know if I want to do that because my words are so small. I really don't want to take away from them. So let's go ahead and peel this up and use my tweezers and figure out, I could put it on the star. Yeah, let's put it on the star. I'm going to use my tweezers to kind of hold this so I don't burn myself. Add a little bit of glue, and I'm going to kind of put my words kind of catty-cornered. Adventure awaits you. Perfect for the new year. Now, let's grab some gems. Let's see. I have this little container that has some pretty cool gems in it. I've got like these gold ones, or I've got these for a little sparkle. Oh, I like these. I think these are good for a little sparkle. Let's add those down. I will link anything that I can down in the description for you guys, because I know I'm using some different scissors. I'm using my little tool here to pick these up. So just check the description below for any of these things. I am an Amazon affiliate. Oops, pushing my glue gun there. So I make an extremely small commission if you happen to purchase anything from the link. But Amazon has some awesome items for us crafty people. All right. I love how this turned out. Thanks for sticking around. I know this was a little bit of a longer video while I kind of got the hang of this and kind of figured out what I wanted to do. But I love how this turned out. And I'm going to add this into one of my little like pocket letter sleeves, and then I could keep a binder of all the ones that I make this year. So I will make sure to leave these information for our Facebook group linked down below for you guys, as well as any of the products I used in the video. Hope you all enjoy this video. I can't wait to see what you created. If you crafted along with me, leave me a picture in the comment section so I can see your creation as well. All right, guys, have a wonderful day. Bye.